Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the 5Cs. This is Planet Head. I am filled with coffee and ready to roll today. Uh, be playing as I have for quite a while now as Robert Gould Shaw in EVE Online. Here we are. Oops. Let's just see here. Just some updates. It is another work day for me, so I got just a limited amount of time to play. That's why I make the videos, is just to kind of promote that ability to play whenever you can. Got a couple good comments yesterday. Uh, Thank you for those in YouTube. One guy was pointing out that the new fit that I'm working with, we could use some fashion warfare to upgrade it. That's a great point. Not some fashion warfare, fashion ammo. Be doing fashion warfare. Um, And then he was watching the rest of the video and realized that what I'm doing is basically starting off with a bare bones ship and a bare bones character and seeing how I progress each day by adding on some skills. Um, so that's what we're going to go ahead and do today. But I do appreciate the comments because it does remind me or give me ideas for each step each day that I throw in. I don't know if I'll be able to make a video every day, but each day I'm going to show the original fit, the most basic fit of a rifter, um, and then I'll show the fit that I'm slowly setting up so I can start getting blown up in faction warfare space and learn how to play there. And then uh, just keep doing each day and seeing if I get any better at my skills of flying the ship plus skills within the game itself. It's just really been kind of fun the last couple of days. I am waiting. I do have just a day left on the blueprints for the startup for the ship. Once those get done, I'll drop some material into there, and hopefully by my weekend, Saturday, Sunday afternoon, I can start flying out into low sec and getting shooting things up and getting myself blown up. So that's kind of the goal. Um, Couple things today I'm going to do are I'm going to do a little bit more scouting in the low sec area here in Heimatar, however you pronounce it. Um, and I did come up with, I was looking around a little bit, and how I used to live in low sec when I first started was I would fly out there with a frigate with nothing and just slowly kill a few rats and reprocess their parts, use the parts that I wanted. And I was able to progress to where I moved out to NPC null and keep doing the same thing, get slowly better. And I actually got to the point where I was able to build um, battle cruisers, hurricanes, just by the parts that are reprocessed from ships that were out there. Things that would be get really tough once you got into the battleship area, but I'm thinking that it's possible maybe to do that in this, and I'll talk about that near the end of the video. So, and I'm just rolling through these videos. I don't. This is just fun for me. On my days of work, I just boot up the camera and go. So I've got these going. Just 20 hours left till I get the Rifter ready to roll with that. So we're good there. Skill wise, well, before I get to skills, I want to show. Okay. Sorry, I was just reading notes. Um, Skill wise, um, well, let's pull up the current Rifter fit. Good. And like I said, this is the most basic Rifter fit that you can possibly do in my mind. Um, and then this is your foundation that you build upon that you're trying to learn the game. So they give you these extra fits here, the Academy fits for the videos that they put out there. I'm going to go in for the basic Rifter that I made here, basic guns. We're going to throw in some fusion ammo. One thing that I did do was I didn't save, when I saved the fit, I didn't save the ammo onto it because it makes it a lot easier for me to just test out the ammo real quick. I don't have to pull off what's already on there and put it on whenever I'm looking at it. So right now, and the only things I've really worked on were I got Heimatar Frigate 3 the first day, and then I did Projectile Weapons 3 from 1 the second day. And this is the original setup before I skilled it out. You can just see here, I was able to increase my damage per second by just over 9, just by increasing those. So from a 41, a 42 to a 51, so that's a 20% increase, 25% increase. Am I right with that? Just by skilling up those to level 3. I could have done them a lot faster. I do have my connection skill in the background that I'm still trying to get to level 5. I've only got 4 days left of that. Once I get that done, all my skills will be focused mostly on this little project that I'm working on. So, next skill that I wanted to work on, I could have gone for rapid firing to increase my damage per second. I've got that currently at level 2 in gunnery. I could move that up to level 3, but my thinking was that would be 7 hours. I like to do it in 24-hour spans, 24 or less. And so that would only allow me to move it up 1 level. I did notice the other thing I could do is just go right down the line here and start. And what I think I might do is just go right down the line to try to upgrade each and every stat here on the ship. So my next one I was thinking was, let's work on our defenses. And we'll come in here and we'll work on our shield hit points. Yes, because you're in this with me. So we'll go ahead and pull up the skills and roll on over here. I don't really need my fitting up anymore. We know we're going to work on our shields. And alphabetical. There it is. As you can see here, my shield skills are very, very limited. I don't need any emission systems because I'm not flying any fleets just yet. Some upgrades that you can do. You've got shield. There's some other ones here, but I'm going to start off with the basic ones. Shield management will increase my shield capacity. Shield upgrades will increase my power grid that I could throw on any shield upgrades to the ship, and then or lower the power grid needs for that. And tactical shield management. This is somewhat useful from what I can tell. It lowers whenever they hit your shields. There's a chance that the damage will go through your shields into your armor. Every level this will reduce that chance by 5%. I think level 5 it goes to 0. So that might be something down the road. But what I'm going to focus on right now is the shield management, because that's a fairly simple one. It will just increase my shield capacity once they kick in. So I've got an hour there. We'll drop 1 into there. And then another 10 hours for level 3. There we go. So by tomorrow, I should be able to have a little bit better shields. We'll take a look at it. And then probably tomorrow, I'll throw in some skills into armor, I'm thinking. And I'll just go rolling down the line. We'll move into targeting. We'll move into net. Whoops. Just pull this up over here. We'll move into targeting. Maybe we'll check out structure, check out navigation. No drones for this ship. I do have some drone skills from having to do the career missions. But this is one that I'm kind of interested in right here, because I don't think that's something that I have looked at very well, and it helps all ships. So the other thing I want to focus on when I do these skills is to try to pick skills that will affect every ship out there. Now, I did do the projectile gunnery and the Heimatar frigate, but when I'm doing these secondary skills, the shield management will affect every ship that I fly. So that's helpful. So we got that there. Cool. So let's get flying here. I am going to continue to do a little bit of scouting out here in the Heimatar area. Heimatar, however you pronounce it. One thing I want to check out, I'm building my ships up here in Oromolf. I got to fly them all the way down here to do it. I want to check out this Olfim today. I'm currently in Damelin. This is not faction warfare space, but from the map I see here, it does allow me to build ships. So if I were to build ships here, it also gives me the low-sec area. Depending on if anybody's in the area at the times that I play, I might be able to kill some rats there and get the materials to build my little frigates. So we're going to fly over there first, and then we're going to come back in and try to go through Bossburger and stuff like that. Obviously, whenever you are jumping into low-sec, there is always a chance that you may die. I'm in my trusty little probe here, thoroughly fit out. Let's go ahead and exit the simulation. There she is. Not fit out with hardly anything other than stuff that I can scan with and to keep me alive a little bit. And to kill a few little rats if I need to do my skilling. Down the road, I'm sure I'll upgrade it, but I haven't really needed to at this point. Always cross your fingers when jumping through into low-sec. I've never been here before. Make sure your local's up. Don't be dumb like I am. Okay, this is kind of promising. I've got nobody in local. Let's get off this gate as quickly as possible as we need to. I just warp to a random planet, and then I save a spot. Control B. Safe 1. I like to do it as close as possible to the gate that I'm leaving. There's only one way in and one way out of this system. So, just really checking it out really briefly here. So in the morning right now, it looks like nobody's around. Let's see what kind of asteroid belts here. We've got about 5 asteroid belts, so that's good for me. The irony is that I don't use the asteroid belts for mining. Anybody who's watched me knows that I don't mine hardly at all unless it's for something really, really specific, and then I hate it. What I do use it for is to kill rats in. Let's just fly out to an asteroid belt here real quick. Nobody's in system. We'll warp in at 100. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to kill anything in my probe, but I can at least check it out. The biggest thing I found with asteroid belts and killing anything that's on gates and things like that is that you get 100% loot drop from them. When you're doing missions and you're doing sites, you don't get 100% drop. So if you're just trying to get some money real quick, just trying to get some equipment, you can actually do it with going to asteroid belts. Now, it is not lucrative at all. This is a subsistence flying. You are never going to pay for your plex doing it this way. But so if I were to kill both of these guys who are already targeting me, those mean buggers, then I would get loot off of both of them, and I might be able to upgrade my ships. So that's pretty cool. We got some good setups there. The thing I'm also noticing here is there are some player stations. Now, normally I wouldn't worry about these, but if this is an area that I might want to drop my blueprints in to build stuff, if there's player-controlled stations, that means there's players who probably play here. Who would guess? So it doesn't matter if they're not here at the times that I'm going to be on. But if I'm going to be trying to rat in low sec to try to get some stuff, you only want to rat in low sec unless you've been in a place for a long time and you know who lives there, or if nobody's around. You do not want to mess around, in my mind, with low sec to ratting unless you're completely safe or you're really, really good. So this isn't bad. I will take a look at it over the next couple of days. I'll get a good feel for who lives here. If they're Care Bears or not, maybe I'll pull up my uh, uh, Pirate's Little Helper to help me scan out the area. But let's go have some fun. Let's get back over to Damelin and jump into Faction Warfare space. Because I only got into the one system yesterday. Being a work day, I'm kind of limited on my time. So today we'll just try to scout out a few more systems and take a look. I am interested in Ammamaker. From what I understand, this is one of your hotbeds for fighting. Um, and so I want to go into Bossburger. We're going to go to Kolmogoro and then Ammamaker. And if I can live going through there, set up some safe spots so I can scout out and see what I'm looking for. If you didn't see my last video, I did a brief overview of how you can use directional scanning to check out the sites for factional warfare, see who's in them, that sort of thing. Decent number in this system, 16. So once again, we are going to cross our fingers, and we're going to be going into Bossburger here. Well, no, let's be smart. Hold on. Always check and see if anybody has been getting killed recently. Doesn't mean it's going to keep you safe, but at least you can get a good feel. Okay, so I've got 2 ships killed within the last hour, but no pods. Let's go over here and look at Ammamaker. As these are my 2 routes into low-sec faction warfare space from Heimatar. So I've got that. The graphs look like there's less, but you gotta keep an eye on the numbers here. Now I've got no pod kills in the last 6 hours, but a decent number of ship kills, up to 4 there. I had 2 in there. So really, both are similar. One thing I have learned in the in-game map, I used it when I was flying around the Great Wildlands. I was using it to see how many people were in space. Well, there's so much action out here versus the Great Wildlands that doesn't really give me too much of a bonus. But normally I would do the average pilots, but if you've watched my videos before, that's why I'm not using that right now. It is something I want to start messing around with the in-game map while I'm living a little bit more out here, and I'll do some videos on that as I learn from there. If anybody has some good stats that they look for on the in-game map, feel free to comment on YouTube. And like I said, I love to learn from that sort of thing. So let's take a jump into Bossburger. Cross our fingers, hope we don't get shot on the gate. Whee! I don't mind dying, especially I have yet to die. As much as I've lived in null-sec and in low-sec, I have yet to die while recording. So, kind of, there's a part of me that'll laugh. I don't think I've died. We'll see. Maybe I did once. Because I remember laughing. Usually I laugh pretty maniacally. Okay, so we got nobody here. This is the one spot that I saved a safe spot. There we go. I was here yesterday, and it looks like they do pop up some novice and medium and small sites, so those are usually running. We got about 9 people in system. Tomorrow, I might do a video with Pirate's Little Helper up, just to show you how you can use it to see who's actually in the system really quickly. It's a nice little site that I use here. I used to use it to scout. I'm actually going to be using it for what it's used for soon, most of the time. And like I said, I'm not good at this. Again, this is a training exercise that I'm doing for myself that I can record, get some feedback, and look at myself. So, so we've checked out a little bit of Bossburger. We've been able to get in and out of it twice. The more you go in and out of a space, I've got spiderweb I can get. It's weird. That's why I keep doing that. But I've been trying to be a little bit careful. And the more you fly around in an area, the more you can get comfortable and know better ways in and out. You want to be careful and not become too comfortable. But so Damelin doesn't look too bad. We don't have any player systems here. We've got a decent number of players. We've got 10. Obviously, from the stats we saw earlier, there is some fighting going on here. Let's go ahead and swing on over to Golmergod. Golmergod, is that how you pronounce it? And just to give you a reference, we're going to go Golmergod, and then, if I remember correctly, Ammamaker. So we get Golmergod and Ammamaker. Tomorrow, I'm going to take a side trip over to Lulm and check that out. Never know. I love these side systems. They're not on a major path, so you never know what you can run into there. Flying. Should probably get my directional scanning up. Would that be smart? I think so. Today is just a run in and out to see if it's possible to do. Maybe later on today, I probably won't have a lot of time, or tomorrow, what I'll do is, let's make sure we're okay. We get a shuttle. Okay, we're good there. I want to set up just randomly pick a planet. Warp to 100. Control B. Safe. And if I have the time to do it, I like to always put the gate that it's on. Watch this. As soon as I get a little bit of AU off there, we'll hit submit. Now I have a safe spot right near that gate, so I'm ready to roll. Earlier when you saw me do it for, what is it? It wasn't Damelin, whatever that system was. I was running a little bit short, so I just hit safe 1, because I couldn't remember the name of the system. Actually, ironically, that would have been Dam, but I was like to location. There's my safe for the gate. Other things to look at is the size of the system. Now, you can get a quick idea by the distance that the gates are apart from. This one is at least 36 AU apart. You can also pull up the system in your probes here and just get a good feel there. That's something that you want to keep an eye out for travel times, that sort of thing. All I'm doing today is just an initial, hey, where is everything at? Unlike Bossburger, if you notice here, there are no faction warfare spaces that have been opened. Go ahead and keep our directional scanning going just to make sure nobody's sneaking. So in other words, probably not a lot of fighting. We've got a Firetail there, and a Kestrel. So if that's a great example right there. If I could, now that Kestrel's gone. Wait, is he up there? No, that's a Republican. Okay. But whenever I'm looking to get my first initial fights, I'm looking for other frigates that are out here. I don't want to go up against anything super hard right off the bat because I do want to try out some tactics or learning to use the hotkeys and stuff. So even though I know I'm going to die, I want to at least give it a little bit of time. Don't go up against a tier 3 something in a basically fit rifter. You're going to die in a half a second. And what are you going to learn? Nothing. So that's what I'm going to be shooting for. Let's go ahead and keep this puppy going. That's good. So we got all that, but if you notice here, no sites have been. Oh, there is a. Nope, that's an open outpost. So we got one open outpost. If you pull up the probes, looks like just one open. Oh, so there is only the option for one. That's interesting. Wonder why that is. Not a big deal. What I'll do is see if anybody is actually in that open outpost. That's something I'll have to learn, is why certain systems have novices in other sites and other systems don't. Maybe it's the number of people that are in the system, maybe it's the level, maybe it's just the way it's set up, don't know. But we're going to check to see if anybody is in that open outpost. I am aimed at it, so it looks like that Republic Fleet Firetail is in there. K2. Um, just to give you an idea, you can right click and see what that ship is. This is a Tier 3 frigate. I would die really fast. From what I could, if I remember correctly, this is the upgraded version of the ship that I'm flying. It's much prettier um, and a lot faster, better armor, better speed, better damage. It does turret damage and tracking speed versus I think mine is, well, let's find out. Mine is, oh no, I'm in my probe. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I think mine's fall off range and something else, but I know it's not damage per skill level. So we're good there. Maybe it is damage. All right, now I need to know. Rifter. Super simple to find out. Let's get out of there. Go into ship. Do an info. I need to be moving. Rate of fire. So it isn't damage, it's rate of fire. So we're good there. I tend to almost like rate of fire better than damage because damage, if you miss them, it doesn't matter. Rate of fire, if you miss them, you're firing faster, so you have another chance to hit them. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Alrighty, so we're good in Golmora. Just to get a quick view of it, we got a little bit more time here. Let's take a quick gamble into Ammamaker. Set up a safe spot. What I want to do is try to put a safe spot in near the entrance gate. And so I'll set up a first safe spot and then warp to the gate and set up a second safe spot. So that'll be a little bit interesting. If I get through this one, I could die jumping through here, as you know, all know. Cross your fingers. Hope not to die. And I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. Gonna get some food before work. Okay. Let's change up our directional scanning here. Got nobody on gate. That's good. I need to. Why do I have my drone thing? I don't need that up. I need this. This is much more important. So I got nobody on gate looking for me. Oh, there's a keep star here. So we're going to go planets. Randomly pick one. Let's go with number 4. Warp within 100. Control B. Safe. And that was goal. There we go. Just want to keep that safe spot within 14.3 of the gate. That way I can warp to it and just do a quick directional scan to see if anybody's waiting for me to die. It's not as scary as being on in nullsec. You have to be very careful with that, but in lowsec you can't do any warp bubbles. I'm starting to sound like I kind of know what I'm doing now. Initial findings here, we got 34 people in here, so 3 times as many as we had in Bossburger. Swing back over to my safe spot. Let's keep our directional scan up. Now, what I would probably want to do, and again, a lot of things to work on here to make videos on. Probably want to change up my overview. Your directional scanner goes by your overview. If I'm doing combat, there's probably only certain things that I want, like types of ships, combat probes, maybe a few other things. I probably want to remove out like these Thucker mixed retrievers. I don't really need to be looking at those. Because right now, all of this is taking up space. I don't need salvage. So we're going to go ahead and remove that off. And if you notice here, now it doesn't pull those up, and I can see a little bit quicker what's out here. I could remove off stations from my directional scan, but as you can see here, I've got a stabber out here, and Atron. That might be Mark Stark's Loki Loki's Atron. So somebody who has an Atron that hasn't changed anything. So that's Mark Stark. We'll take a look here. Is he a brand new player? He's been there for 3 days. 3117. That's a guy I want to fight. I will die to him. Maybe give him my first kill. I'm not doing it today. I'm in my pro. But, so let's warp back. So I'm at my goal station. My goal is, goal and goal. That's funny. I'm in Ammamaker here. I just made a safe spot near the gate here. I want to make a safe spot near Osager. So, because that's the other entrance into Lowsec. And if there's a gate camp here, if I can set up a safe spot, I can look and watch the gate camp and learn from them. So here, I'm going to warp to the gate at 100, so I'm far enough away, and then as I'm warping into it, I'm going to save a safe spot near the spot. Now, I'm actually 9.6 away, so I'm not too far away, but I want to be closer. So warp within 100. Safe. And we're going to go also. We're going to watch our distance right down here. And once it gets super close, I'm going to hit submit. Go ahead and hit submit. So there's my safe spot. Looks like I don't have anybody on grid with me right now. So nobody's at the gate. Now if I want to warp back to my safe spot. Wow, did I really miss? I wasn't even paying attention. I gotta change that safe spot for goal. No, I just did that. Let's fix the safe spot while we're doing it. How did I? It's dumb of me. Safe. And what was the name of the system there? Osager. So, also, there we go. That's better. So we're going to warp to that spot. Go ahead and pull up the map here just to show you what I'm doing. Why is this not going full screen? There we go, full screen. Thank you. So what I've done is I created a safe spot here near the Gulfanodi, is that the name of it? Gate. And then my other safe spot is right here, which I'm currently at, near the Osager gate. And I can warp back and forth, just checking the gates back and forth. With so many people in here, and as you saw earlier, people dying, this is a good spot to have. I always, whenever I'm in a safe spot, like to just get moving a little bit, so that if somebody's combat's probing me down, I can keep an eye out for it. The other part, too, is what I'm thinking is we have these outposts here to set up a spot or one or two spots that I can, like perches, to be able to look around me and look at each one of the spots. Really only need to worry about the novice sites, maybe the small sites, because those are the ones we're going to be flying into. All right, so that's about it for today. I'll try to put up another update tomorrow. I'll show how the shields have increased with the skills, and maybe do a little bit more flying around, setting up for this weekend, building a few ships and getting blown up. Looking forward to it. I'm going to get some food and get some lunch, food and then lunch. then head to work. So you guys have a great day. Fly safe, fly dangerously. If you have any comments or any ideas, anything you want me to try out, let me know in the comment section, or you can always message my character, Robert Gouldshaw, in mail, or you can join us in the chat channel, The5Cs. Um, we're always willing to jump in. It is just a chat channel for people who have similar ideas, thoughts, patterns. It is not a recruitment channel. Um, we have multiple people in there from different walks of life and different playing. So please feel free to jump in if you want to. It's pretty quiet right now. We're slowly getting a few more people in, especially at night. Game time. I won't be on tonight. Most nights I will be on there a lot. Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays. And looking forward to fairly soon setting up a Discord channel. Each day, just do a little bit more, and maybe give other players ideas of what they want to try out. Alrighty, fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however the heck you want. This has been Planet Head. Stay alive. Have a good one. Bye.